Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-353-6490. That's 1-800-353-6490. Again, 1-800-353-6490.
You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Hey, this is John Preston, Marine Combat Veteran and Pacific Records recording artist. Just reaching out to have you check out our new album, Battle Cry, Songs of America's Heroes, an album featuring phenomenal other combat veteran artists like Scott Brown of the Scooter Brown Band, Ryan Weaver, Rowdy Johnson, just an incredible mix of people. This is all veterans telling our stories and our lives, and we're giving 100% of our proceeds to the Valkyrie Initiative to help veterans and first responders integrate back into society. I myself have battled with post-traumatic stress for many years and lost my own brother, a Marine Corps veteran, to suicide. I ask that you step with us and make this happen. We are in pre-order right now and release on March 17th. Go to iTunes, go to Amazon, buy. We plan on making the charts and making it at a very high level, and your support right now makes a difference. This is the release of my new song, Superman Falls, which is actually about the loss of my own brother, which happened last year, and I would love for everyone to check it out, to listen, and hopefully it'll make a difference in many lives.
If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam. You'll have lifetime coverage, and your plan can't be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Call now for free information about our senior plans. Answer a few simple questions and receive approval right on the phone. Plus, call right now and we'll give you a discount prescription card for free. Call 800-553-8687. That's 800-553-8687. Again, 800-553-8687.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Sometimes riders feel lost, unsure why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing into full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, offering manuscript critiques and line edits through a mentoring editorial style. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services, visit blackwolfeditorial.com.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-353-6490. That's 1-800-353-6490. Again, 1-800-353-6490.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
Keep on doing what you do, Rick. You're my favorite host. Favorite host.
Freedom is anything but free. What we have here depends on those who will fight for what they believe. When we stand together, there's nothing that we can't achieve. This nation of people standing as one in the name of liberty.
Well, good evening, America. This is the host of America Off the Rails, Rick Robinson. That's right. This is Friday night. No, this is not Robinson and Wright. You're not confused. Dan is off. He actually managed to get some time off scheduled from the day job, so I gave him the night off tonight because he is out at a beer fest. I believe he's in Asheville, North Carolina. And he's like, I can still do the show. I'm like, dude, you haven't taken any time off as far as I know since CPAC. Enjoy your night. It's all right. I have tons of things that we can talk about because I don't know, just lately there's been so many things going on and so I'm being pulled in so many different directions that I feel like America Off the Rails has kind of taken a back seat lately, which some of the stuff is finally starting to come together, so I think things will start returning to normal soon. Now that we are starting to get out of spring and more into summer, I'm hoping that the allergy issues that always plague me from about February till June are about done. I'm actually starting to feel pretty good rather consistently. Still having to take half of a medicine cabinet to be able to talk for a living because everything that I do requires that I use my voice. So it's sometimes good, sometimes bad. All right, so enough of me whining. Again, this is Friday night. This is actually the beginning of Memorial Day weekend. Now, because of that, we're going to do something a little bit different tonight. Couple of different ways. First of all, I know you guys probably noticed the new intro. That's right. Every once in a while, I decided that I want to change it up, and it was just time. I think I'm going to start focusing more on trying to use music, one that we have permission to run, because we do, for pretty much anything Madison Rising has ever done. They've told us we can use it. And two, to kind of go along with my mood right now, because it just, I don't know, is it me or does it just feel like no matter what we do or where we are that we're just kind of slowly running out of time? And we're going to talk about that tonight. Since we haven't done a Friday episode of America Off the Rails in a while, I want to remind folks what we used to do back in the day when I did America Off the Rails on Fridays. This is Red Friday, so remember everyone deployed, please. This is also Memorial Day weekend, so because of that, we're going to take a break a little early. And instead of playing a commercial, we're going to play some music. We'll be right back.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're listening to our acoustic version of the Star Spangled Banner here on KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Oh, say, can you see by so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the something wicked, something wicked, this way comes.
Hey, this is John Preston, Marine Combat Veteran and Pacific Records recording artist. Just reaching out to have you check out our new album, Battle Cry, Songs of America's Heroes, an album featuring phenomenal other combat veteran artists like Scott Brown of the Scooter Brown Band, Ryan Weaver, Rowdy Johnson, just an incredible mix of people. This is all veterans telling our stories and our lives, and we're giving 100% of our proceeds to the Valkyrie Initiative to help veterans and first responders integrate back into society. I myself have battled with post-traumatic stress for many years and lost my own brother, a Marine Corps veteran, to suicide. I ask that you step with us and make this happen. We are in pre-order right now and release on March 17th. Go to iTunes, go to Amazon, buy. We plan on making the charts and making it at a very high level, and your support right now makes a difference. This is the release of my new song, Superman Falls, which is actually about the loss of my own brother, which happened last year, and I would love for everyone to check it out, to listen, and hopefully it'll make a difference in many lives.
Alright, folks, welcome back. This is America Off the Rails. I'm your host, Rick Robinson. Hope you guys don't mind that we took a little bit of a musical interlude break there. I mean, come on, it's Memorial Day weekend, and what better time to take a moment to be thankful for the people that have given their lives to make sure that we remain free. Now, there's a reason why I opened with that tonight as well, because, look, I have to tell you, I've about had enough. You know, and I know I say this a lot lately, but the truth of the matter is I've really literally about had enough. I've been watching things unfold, and no one's paying attention to it. Nobody talks about it. The media's not talking about it, and if they do talk about it, they whitewash it. Case in point, prime example today was the attack on the Coptic Christians in Egypt. One of the headlines I read, it read like they were trying to blame it on the bus. Bus attack in Egypt kills 28. So what, the bus went on a rampage and ran over 28 people all on its own? Because guess what? That isn't what happened. That isn't what happened at all. it's amazing to me that we live in a day and age where we can't talk about anything and be truthful without being called out for being extremist or being crazy or trying to fan the flames or this, that, and the other or whatever the case may be. Look, folks, let's be honest for just a moment. Can we please just be honest for one moment? We are living in a time where we are starting to see Christians be beheaded for their beliefs. Can anybody remind me what book of the Bible talks about that on a regular? Pretty sure it's the last one. Starts with an R. Ends with Evelations. Now look, you can say what you want, you can call me crazy, but I'm telling you right now, we are looking at the beginning of the end. There's no other, there's no way around it at this point. We can't sugarcoat it anymore. Look, maybe it's not today, maybe it's not tomorrow, maybe it won't be for another 20 or 30 years, but I'm telling you, we are in the midst of it now, whether anybody wants to admit it or not. And it's time that we're honest with ourselves. Why is it that we have an entire religious group of people that have admitted they want to wipe us from the face of the earth, but we cannot talk about them openly and honestly and discuss the fact that apparently these people want to kill us? Why is that such a problem? Why is that such a problem? I don't understand in this day and age when we know, because they've told us. They have told us what their intentions are, and we are not listening. We have the Council for American Islamic Relations, which is, and if you don't believe me, look it up yourself, is tied to the Muslim Brotherhood. They walk freely in and out of the capital cities of most states in this country, all day long, every day, in the guise of being this outreach group for Muslims. They're not. Folks, it's time that we're honest with ourselves. For multiple reasons, because at this point we're just about running out of time. Now again, we talked about this the other night, but I'm going to go over it again just to make sure, because we have folks that don't always catch every show. Now, I'm not one of these people that will tell you that there's no such thing as a moderate Muslim, just like I can't tell you there's no such thing as a cafeteria Christian. The difference is, our extreme Christians basically just want to go out and tell people about Jesus and show them love and, try to tell them about the good news and try to make sure that they have an afterlife that doesn't involve pitchforks and flames and, roasted things that aren't marshmallows. Yes, you guys, especially you guys, you know what I'm talking about. But we're not going to say it on the air. But my point here is, as far as the moderate Muslims, if Muhammad was alive today, he would behead them quicker than he would behead a Christian, because as far as he's concerned, there is no moderation in Islam. There can't be. It's an all or nothing type thing. It isn't even a religion. It is a political ideology. And it's time that we start coming to terms with this, because those groups that follow that ideology, they don't have the same Western culture as you and I do. They don't think of the same things that you and I do, like the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. No, for them, it's do unto others before they do unto you. And their teachings basically tell them this. It's also one of the only religions that I have ever read or studied that says it's okay to lie to people. That it's acceptable to lie, and sometimes even necessary to lie, to keep yourself safe and to also, deceive the infidels. I mean, I don't understand how we got here. I take that back. I understand how we got here. I understand why we're here. What I don't understand at this point is what it is that we're supposed to do to make sure that people understand everything that's going on, and what it is that they need to do to be able to understand what's going on. Sorry, I have this weird pop-up that's coming up on my computer, and it's actually starting to drive me a little crazy. Anyway, so that's why I've been kind of sounding weird for the last couple of minutes. And you may ask, again, why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing it up because the only stories that we hear about are the ones that make the news, and usually those are the most horrific ones, like the Coptic Christian attack in Egypt today. But there are attacks from Muslims all over the world attacking Christians. every single day. But we don't talk about most of those. We don't hear about most of those because they don't necessarily make the news because they're smaller and it just doesn't make the news. Now my question is, why doesn't it make the news? And because, we've talked about this before. With the media, they have this mindset of, the worse the story, the better, because more people will read it, more people will follow along, more people will click, more people will go buy the paper, more people will listen to the audio, whatever the case may be. Why is this the one instance where that does not hold true? Because nobody really talks about it. Nobody looks into it. Nobody tries to understand it. They gloss over it with a headline that makes it sound like the bus did it. And they're like, 28 Coptic Christians were killed today in a bus during a bus attack. Blah, 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 blah. And it basically, you read through the article, and after about 30 seconds, all you're hearing in your head is Charlie Brown's parents, because there's nothing to it. They're not explaining anything. They're not talking about anything. It's just, whatever. And God forbid we say something about it, because then it's like, oh my God, all you're trying to do is make more people want to kill us because you're calling them out for what they're doing. Look, so what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to just lie down and take it? Last I checked, that's not what this country was founded upon. And that is not what the folks that we're remembering this weekend, and especially on Monday, because they've paid the ultimate price. That's not what they died for, was for us to roll over and just say, yeah, you know what, do what you want. We'll be all right. Come on in. Take our women, marry our children, chop off our heads. Yeah, life will be good. We'll be okay. Don't worry about it. Anyway, we will talk about this some more when we come back from the break. We've got to take a really quick break. This is America Off the Rails. I'm your host, Rick Robinson. Don't go away.
The following message contains a special offer for listeners of this station. Are you a man over 40? Are you constantly looking for the nearest bathroom? Do you wake up multiple times a night to use the bathroom? Right now, Perfect Prostate is sending out free bottles of their groundbreaking new formula to listeners of this station. Perfect Prostate formula was developed by medical doctor Mitchell Fleischer, and its ingredients have been clinically studied to reduce your frequent nighttime bathroom visits and promote healthy urine flow. Right now, preferred customers get their first bottle of Perfect Prostate absolutely free. There's nothing to lose. Perfect Prostate is guaranteed to reduce that constant urge to use the bathroom, especially at night, and promote healthy urine flow. Don't wait. Call now for your free bottle. Just pay shipping and processing. Dial 1-800-675-0251. That's 1-800-675-0251. Supplies are limited. One free bottle per household. Call now. Dial 1-800-675-0251. That's 1-800-675-0251.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps stand ready to defend the American way of life. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey folks, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine, Dr. Richard Harden. We are on the same mission, which is waking up America. We just have different paths. So stay tuned for some information on how you can keep up with Richard and all his work.
Visit Richard's website at raharden.com. That's the World Wide Web at RAHARDIN.com. At his website, you can see a summary of the 6 books he has written, where purchases may be made. He also has a link to 18 videos on YouTube and several blogs about Christian beliefs. If you prefer, visit Amazon.com/Kindle and type in Richard Harden to see and purchase his books.
Alright folks, welcome back. This is America Off the Rails. I'm your host, Rick Robinson. Now before we get to the show, I've actually been asked through Twitter to relay some information. This is coming from @Lion Ted Pride. Actually asked me to relay some information. So I know I'll get to one of them and we'll probably kind of work the other one in. 2 topics were protest and prayer. Apparently there are some town halls for those of you. It looks like in the, I believe that is the Iowa area. Every once in a while, the state abbreviations kind of confuse me. It looks like for Tuesday, May 30th. Wait, hang on. What is that? That was from like forever ago. Never mind. It can't be right. Because May 30th is not Tuesday, is it? Yeah, I guess it is. My bad. I don't even know what day it is. All right, so Tuesday, May 30th, Grassley in the Guthrie Center. It looks like in Iowa, and then Wednesday, 5:31. In Cassidy and Covington, Louisiana. There are 2 different town halls scheduled for those areas, and I am so sorry. For some reason, I keep thinking that Monday was the 30th, and I guess that is Tuesday. So, my bad. Anyway, so Tuesday the 30th, and then Wednesday the 31st of May, there are 2 separate town halls. If you guys are in the Guthrie Center, Iowa area, or the Grassley and Covington, Louisiana area, feel free to make your voices heard, because apparently they are having some town halls there. Alright, so, now, before I went to break, I was talking about all the different attacks that are going on that nobody's talking about, and I know a lot of you right now are going, Rick, come on, it cannot possibly be that bad. There can't be that many. There's no way there have been that many. Well, I found something that I kind of want to go over with you. This is a list of the Islamic terror attacks on Christians that have happened beginning from today all the way back to, how far back does this list go? Let's keep scrolling. So we're all the way back into 2015, and we're only about a quarter of the way down the list. So I'm going to say there's probably hundreds of attacks here. So we're going to just read through a couple of these real quick. This one, of course, you know, 526, Egypt, in the city of Minya, 28 killed, 23 injured. Christians on their way to a monastery make easy pickings for Islamic gunmen who massacre 28, including children. This is May 6, 2017. In the city, again, in the country of Egypt, in the city of Al-Arish. 1 Coptic minority was shot to death by a radical Muslim in a barbershop. April 29th, 2017. A woman is stabbed to death in front of her 2 children over her decision to leave Islam for Christianity. This was in Germany. This was again April 29th. Next one before that, April 18th in Egypt. Radicals fire on historic Christian monastery, killing a guard. So 1 death there, 4 injured. Nigeria, April 15th, 2017. 12 killed, 5 injured. Gunmen invade a village and mow down a dozen residents in an attack targeting Catholics. Egypt, in the city of Tanta, 29 dead, 78 injured, and this is April 9th, 2017. A suicide bomber blows up the middle of a Palm Sunday service, taking out over 24 Christians. April 9th, 2017. In Egypt, in the city of Alexandria, 18 dead, 48 injured. A suicide bomber is stopped trying to enter a church. At least 17 innocents are laid out in that blast. Now, that's just 5. About 5 or 6 that we've gone over. There are pages upon pages upon pages of these attacks. Again, going, it looks like all the way back to, I'm just going to scroll down real quick. It's going all the way back to, looks like October the 1st, 2001. Is one of the first recorded incidents that they're showing on here. And this was from in Indonesia, in the city of Tomata. 3 dead, terrorist attack a Christian church, killing 3 women. Now, I'm literally looking at hundreds of documented attacks. I've not heard of most of these until I went to go look for them. So you tell me, because remember, everyone who tells us that we're wrong tells us that Islam is a religion of peace. Bush 43, at the time of the terror attacks on the Twin Towers, kept talking about how Islam was a religion of peace. Barack Obama spent most of his presidency trying to drill home the idea that Islam was a religion of peace. We're talking about hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of people that have been attacked since 2001. And these are just the ones that we openly know were Muslims that were attacking Christians. If we open it up to just Muslim attacks anywhere, imagine the number of reports we would actually see if we bothered to look. And nobody's talking about them. It's time that we talk about them. It's time that we understand that radical Islam is our enemy. We didn't pick this fight. We didn't ask for it, but we're in it. And it's time that we understand that radical Islam is our enemy. And yes, I'm going to say the term radical Islam because, again, I freely admit that there are Muslims who probably don't want to kill us. The problem is I'm not sure how to tell those apart. And that's something else that I get guff about from people all the time, is how is it that you're going to call out an entire religious group for the actions of a few? First of all, let's put this in perspective, because we're not talking about some little group like the Westboro Baptist Church that has like 600 or 700 members in it, and they're a bunch of morons and crazy people, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. We know for a fact there are over 1 billion Muslims on the planet. We also know for a fact that probably about 25% of them are radicalized. What's 25% of 1 billion people? Just curious. We're talking about nearly the population of my state are the estimated number of radicalized Muslims around the world. My state currently has a population of about 3.5 million. But we can't lump together an entire group. Now, for those of you who keep telling me, well, you know, it doesn't matter because not every Christian wants to hurt, or not every Muslim wants to hurt us. So I'm going to do you a solid. Just to kind of give you an idea of how weird your argument is. So there's a bowl, and I'm going to make it even a little bit easier. There's a bowl of M&Ms. Somewhere inside this bowl of M&Ms, there is one poison blue one poison green one, and one poison brown one. Now, there are probably about 100 M&Ms in this bowl, but there are only 3 of them that are poison. You even know which color the poison ones are. Are you going to eat any of those colors? Are you going to stay away from them? Even if it frees up one or two of the other colors, and you're like, okay, well, I know that one of these is probably poison, and I've been told that one of these is poison, and I've been told that one of these is poison, but hey, I've got this whole other group over here, I can eat them. Are you going to dive in and start trying to eat any of those blue or green ones? I know I wouldn't be. So, why can we not take precautions? Why can we not take steps to make sure that we're okay? That's all we've been asking for here. We just want to make sure that America is safe. And for those of you that keep saying that we need open borders and basically free love when it comes to political stuff and be like, everybody should just be able to come in anytime they want and leave whenever they want, and it would be great. Good, do me a favor. Open all your windows, open all your doors, tear down your fence. Actually, you know what? Take your doors off your hinges. And if you have a fence on your property, tear it down. When you've done those things, then you can tell me that we don't need borders and we don't need to protect ourselves. Because I don't know very many people that sleep with their doors and windows open at night. I don't know very many people that would live in a house with doors off the hinges. But you're telling us that we need to leave our borders open. But Rick, it says on the Statue of Liberty, give us you're tired, you're hungry, you're poor, your huddled masses yearning to be free. Yes, it does. And we want them. But we also want to make sure that they're coming over here for the right reasons. What are the right reasons, you might ask? Well, for one, we want to make sure they're not coming over here to blow us up. And I just realized I got on a really long rant, and I am like 5 minutes long on the break, so I have got to take a break. This is Rick Robinson, I'm the host of America Off the Rails. We'll be back after the bottom of the hour break that I almost completely blew through. Woohoo!
Hey, this is John Preston, Marine Combat Veteran and Pacific Records recording artist. Just reaching out to have you check out our new album, Battle Cry, Songs of America's Heroes, an album featuring phenomenal other combat veteran artists like Scott Brown of the Scooter Brown Band, Ryan Weaver, Rowdy Johnson, just an incredible mix of people. This is all veterans telling our stories and our lives, and we're giving 100% of our proceeds to the Valkyrie Initiative to help veterans and first responders integrate back into society. I myself have battled with post-traumatic stress for many years and lost my own brother, a Marine Corps veteran, to suicide. I ask that you step with us and make this happen. We are in pre-order right now and release on March 17th. Go to iTunes, go to Amazon, buy. We plan on making the charts and making it at a very high level, and your support right now makes a difference. This is the release of my new song, Superman Falls, which is actually about the loss of my own brother, which happened last year, and I would love for everyone to check it out, to listen, and hopefully it'll make a difference in many lives.
The following message contains a special offer for listeners of this station. Are you a man over 40? Are you constantly looking for the nearest bathroom? Do you wake up multiple times a night to use the bathroom? Right now, Perfect Prostate is sending out free bottles of their groundbreaking new formula to listeners of this station. Perfect Prostate formula was developed by medical doctor Mitchell Fleischer, and its ingredients have been clinically studied to reduce your frequent nighttime bathroom visits and promote healthy urine flow. Right now, preferred customers get their first bottle of Perfect Prostate absolutely free. There's nothing to lose. Perfect Prostate is guaranteed to reduce that constant urge to use the bathroom, especially at night, and promote healthy urine flow. Don't wait. Call now for your free bottle. Just pay shipping and processing. Dial 1-800-675-0251. That's 1-800-675-0251. Supplies are limited. One free bottle per household. Call now. Dial 1-800-675-0251. That's 1-800-675-0251.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 $3 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps stand ready to defend the American way of life. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey folks, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine, Dr. Richard Harden. We are on the same mission, which is waking up America. We just have different paths. So stay tuned for some information on how you can keep up with Richard and all his work.
Visit Richard's website at raharden.com. That's the World Wide Web at RAHARDIN.com. At his website, you can see a summary of the 6 books he has written, where purchases may be made. He also has a link to 18 videos on YouTube and several blogs about Christian beliefs. If you prefer, visit Amazon.com/Kindle and type in Richard Harden to see and purchase his books.
Alright folks, welcome back. Well, unfortunately, because I went so long before we got to the bottom of the hour break, we've got just about 45 seconds till I have to take another break to get us back on schedule. Alright, so we've got lots more to talk about still. We're going to change topics. I think I've talked enough about Muslims. We're going to talk about Hillary and her speech today and the big gaffe that nobody, well, I guess everybody's talking about, but we're going to do it anyway. Oh, and Louise Mensch, Louise Mensch. I guess it is Louise, huh? I always forget about the E. But anyway, she went on a Twitter deleting spree. We'll talk about that when we get back to. But on that note, I have got to take another really quick break. I'm sorry, I hate when they get this close together, but I was on a rail, so we'll be right back. It is what it is. I can't help it. We'll be right back.
All writers are prone to becoming so attached to our characters and stories that we struggle to see why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing to full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, shaping stories into masterpieces that can stand the test of time. Editing services are provided for all genres and all age categories. Services range from the critique of the short story through to line edits on full-length novels. We also offer assistance on generating writers' bios for your websites. We won't abandon you to the masses. We want to celebrate with you in your successes. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services and prices, visit us at blackwolfeditorial.com.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-353-6490. That's 1-800-353-6490. Again, 1-800-353-6490.
right, folks, welcome back. Well, I promised we were going to move on, but I have to say something real quick, only because I just noticed that Ron had said something kind of funny in the chat. So, Ron actually, when I was on my little rant about Islam, said, well, they are a religion of peace, but he spelled it P-I-E-C-E. One piece of a Christian here, one piece of a Christian there, one piece of a Christian way over there. Which, honestly, for those of you who don't know, I have a very morbid sense of humor, so it actually made me chuckle a little bit. So that's why I had to share it. But anyway, so on to Hillary Clinton, and the cough heard around the world, the revisionist history, because now apparently Nixon has been impeached. I know some of you right now are like, wait, you mean he wasn't impeached? No, Nixon was never actually impeached. There have only been 2 presidents successfully impeached in our country history. Guess what? One of them was not Nixon. One of them was, however, Bill, or otherwise known as William. I didn't have sexual relations with that woman, Clinton. Because, yeah, he was impeached. So it was interesting to hear all these cheers and everybody applauding and hooping and hollering when Hillary started trying to equate Trump to Nixon because of their hopeful impending impeachment of Trump. And then, of course, Nixon was impeached, which never happened, by the way. But, look, here's the thing. One of the biggest cheerleaders for this whole Russian thing that has really been trying to keep it going was Louise Mensch. She went on a Twitter deleting spree over the last, I believe it was anywhere from the last 24 to 48 hours. She has deleted 90,000 tweets, which makes her the Hillary Clinton of Twitter deleting, because it's like Hillary's server all over again. Oh my God! Pretty much every mention of anything that she said had anything to say about the Russian connections and how bad it is and how terrible it is and blah 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 yada yada yada. Yeah, those are all gone, except for screen caps are forever, Miss Mensch, and a lot of us still have them. So, not sure what you were trying to hide, but this is something else that is driving me completely crazy. Look, all of you know that listen on a regular basis that I was not a Trump fan. I was probably one of the first people that wasn't a huge name to start to jump onto the Never Trump movement. Because during the election, he was the last person that I wanted to see as president other than Hillary Clinton. Because I will be honest, I really thought that if it came toe-to-toe, Trump to Clinton, that the Clinton machine was going to chew Trump up and spit him out. I'm still honestly, and pleasantly, I might add, surprised in a lot of ways that didn't happen, because no matter how bad the Trump presidency is, a Hillary Rodham Clinton presidency would have been a million times worse. And I understand that, which is one of the reasons why it's painful that I keep having to come back to this, because there are so many things that this president said he was going to do. And he's the one that gave himself the 100-day time, the first 100-day timeline. We didn't force that on him. He was under the impression that he was going to come in, snap his fingers, and everything was going to work. That's not how DC works. He was under the impression that it was going to be like him in one of his boardroom meetings. He was going to sit around for a few minutes, bark orders, and everybody else was going to take care of it, and that was going to be the end of it, and everything was going to be rainbows, sunshine, lollipops, and unicorns from this point forward because Donald Trump was president. And that's not how any of this works, unfortunately. I wish that was honestly how it worked, because if we still had a government that was interested in actually doing what it was designed to do, and working with one another, then we could be getting things done. But we're too busy infighting, backbiting. We're too busy with presidents and speakers of the House taking hard swerves to the left instead of doing the things that they said they were going to do when we elected them. Does anybody remember repeal Obamacare? Then it became repeal and replace Obamacare. Then it became, we're not sure if we're going to be able to do any of this without doing it in about 4 million steps. And yet here we sit. But at the same time, we have the left on a complete and total tear. There's this group called the Resistance that has now decided that no matter what, Donald Trump cannot be an effective president. Even if he starts trying to be an effective president, they're not going to allow him to be an effective president, because as far as they're concerned, he was selected, not elected. Yeah, you know how many times I've heard that? Last time I heard that was during the Bush 43 first election. Selected, not elected. Selected, not elected. They're doing the same thing now. They keep talking about how it doesn't matter that he won the popular vote because that he didn't win the popular vote. She did. And it doesn't matter that he won the Electoral College because we should be electing people on the popular vote. And for those of you that are like, "Oh, Rick, no, they're not talking like that. They're not trying to do anything like that." Male bovine excrement. Because I know for a fact, because my state has been locked in a budget argument for 2 weeks, because guess what? Our budget deadline ended today. We still, last I heard, don't have a budget. But there was a vote a few days ago where Democratic, and remember, these are the state guys. I'm not talking about the guys that go to D.C. I'm talking about the guys that go to our capital here in Oklahoma, which is on 23rd and Lincoln. There were 3 of them that missed a vote that were Democrats because they were in California meeting with a bunch of other Democrats clandestinely to try to find out a way to undo the Electoral College. That's how hurt they are by this loss. That's how upset they are by this loss. There is a reason that Donald Trump cannot get anything done, and there is a reason that even though we have been listening and looking for these supposed Russian connections for months and months and months, there's nothing here. We can play them audio of the sitting president of the United States between 2000 what was it, when the election, 2011, 2012? He's sitting on a stage with a Russian representative saying, just once I'm through this election, I'll have much more latitude. Just tell Mr. Putin that. Oh, yes, Mr. President Obama, I will relay this information to Vladimir. We have him on tape. The thing they don't have with Trump, we've got it with Obama. We've got Hillary neck deep in a Russian uranium deal. But there's Russian collusion with Trump. Now there's this story coming out that apparently Comey knew that the email story was a Russian plant, and he went with it anyway, which is crap. And everybody knows it's crap unless you got a D behind your name and you still got a hard-on for Hillary Clinton to be president. Why? Well, I'm sorry, I said hard-on and Hillary in the same sentence. I'll try to make sure that never happens again. Ugh. All right. On that note, I'm going to go find the brain bleach because we got to take another break. We'll be right back. Now, where did I put that bleach?
The following message contains a special offer for listeners of this station. Are you a man over 40? Are you constantly looking for the nearest bathroom? Do you wake up multiple times a night to use the bathroom? Right now, Perfect Prostate is sending out free bottles of their groundbreaking new formula to listeners of this station. Perfect Prostate Formula was developed by medical doctor Mitchell Fleischer, and its ingredients have been clinically studied to reduce your frequent nighttime bathroom visits and promote healthy urine flow. Right now, preferred customers get their first bottle of Perfect Prostate absolutely free. There's nothing to lose. Perfect Prostate is guaranteed to reduce that constant urge to use the bathroom, especially at night, and promote healthy urine flow. Don't wait. Call now for your free bottle. Just pay shipping and processing. Dial 1-800-675-0251. That's 1-800-675-0251. Supplies are limited. One free bottle per household. Call now. Dial 1-800-675-0251. That's 1-800-675-0251.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps stand ready to defend the American way of life. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey folks, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine, Dr. Richard Harden. We are on the same mission, which is waking up America. We just have different paths. So stay tuned for some information on how you can keep up with Richard and all his work.
Visit Richard's website at rahardin.com. That's the World Wide Web at rahardin.com. At his website, you can see a summary of the 6 books he has written, where purchases may be made. He also has a link to 18 videos on YouTube and several blogs about Christian beliefs. If you prefer, visit Amazon.com/Kindle and type in Richard Harden to see and purchase his books.
Stand and fight beside me, or will you
Alright folks, well believe it or not, we are just about out of time. Want to remind folks where the show can be heard and where it typically airs. We're on every Monday through Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern, usually. Of course, this is Friday night, which is throwing everybody off. But usually Monday through Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern on KLRNradio.com, our home station. Also available on AMFM247.com every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Available on Red Nation Rising Radio, the Liberty Channel, every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. Eastern. And now available on on Lanterns Radio Network now at 8 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. And for the moment, we are still on crntalk.com every Saturday and Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, 7 Pacific. Not sure how much longer we're going to remain on there. It has been my pleasure to be there, but it didn't give us the exposure that we were hoping for, and I'm not sure we're going to continue our agreement with them because it is about to come to a close. Now, as we close things out, I just want to remind folks that also, if you want to follow along, the best way to do that is on Twitter or Facebook. You can follow along on Twitter at AOTR_host. That is where I spend a lot of my time. Twitter is kind of my home away from home when it comes to social media type stuff, because we tend to get more of an organic reach from there than we do Facebook. However, you can shoot me a friend request on Facebook as well, or you can follow along with the show's Facebook page. Just search for Rick Robinson. Look for the picture with the guy in the Time magazine, little kind of a cartoonish looking thing. That was what I went with to try to make it stand out, since there are tons of Rick Robinsons out there. And you can also follow along with the America Off the Rails Facebook page by searching America Off the Rails on Facebook as well. And of course, if you're old school and you want to talk via email, you can do that at rick@klrnradio.com. We're actually working on, now that we've gotten the kinks worked out of a lot of the sound issues, we are working on getting back to the point where we're going to start opening phone lines probably a couple times a week. I'm not sure when we're going to do those yet, but once we do, I will make sure that you guys have the number, let you know how it works. And then, of course, you can always talk and chime in. We'll probably do one for sure on Thursday nights, because since that's the last show of the week, we'll definitely probably open the lines up for that one, let you guys have a chance to talk about whatever you want to talk about, whether it's anything that I've talked about throughout the week or just something that's on your mind. And, like we used to do with taking phone calls, we'll probably get this late at night some heavy breathers, because we used to get those quite a bit. Probably also get some people that like to tell me that I'm an idiot and a moron and this, that, and the other. But that's what makes live radio fun, is me getting to hang up on people that annoy me. Alright, so since this is Memorial Day weekend, we're going to do things a little bit differently on the way out again, and we're going to play some music on the way out that is not my standard intro, outro type stuff, and we're going to go ahead and cue that up now. I do hope you guys take just a moment, just at least one moment this weekend, to remember what Memorial Day is about. It's not the 15% off sale at Target. It's not the cookout. It is about time with family, but it's also time to remember and focus a little bit of your time and energy on those that have paid the ultimate price to keep us free. That's what Memorial Day is all about. On that note, folks, remember, this is Friday, so let's remember everyone deployed, and we will see you when we see you. Take care. God bless.